Looks like the boys changed their minds.
I don't know how I'll ever be able to thank you.
Don't bother about that. It wasn't any trouble. I was coming this way anyway. That fellow over there won't bother you anymore, miss. Well, I got the driver. Give me a hand. We'll put him inside.
Steve won't be very happy about the way this turned out. I never did like any part of it. I don't mind rustling cattle and holding up stages. But when it comes to grabbing women, it's bad business. It's too much like sticking your fist into a hornet's nest.
You're paid to do what you're told, not what you like.
Yeah, and we're the ones that stretch the rope if it backfires.
Hello, Jed. Stage is a little late, isn't it?
Yes, and I'm worried on account of all the holdups we've had lately. Linda's been visiting her Aunt Martha. She was coming home on today's stage.
Well, you've got a right to feel uneasy. Why don't you get rid of all that worry and send out to me? I'll gamble beating that gang of outlaws.
Well, let's not go into that anymore. I told you flatly I'm not selling out. Some of those mines back in the hills are looking pretty good. And if this country should have a boom, my franchise will be worth a fortune.
If you go broke in the meantime, why...
That's a chance I'll take. Something's wrong. It's a stranger driving.
Whoa! Somebody get the sheriff. Got a couple of dead men inside.
Dad, we were held up. Mr. Carson saved me from being a prisoner.
Mister, you've made a friend for life.
That wasn't much of a job. And the bad men you got around here don't seem to relish gun smoke very much.
Let's go into the office until the sheriff gets here. I sure feel sorry for Tim, the driver. He was a good man. Everyone liked him.
Yeah, it's tough. Tell me, have you had much of this trouble?
Too much. Outlaws are making it almost impossible for me to operate. They're too smart for the sheriff. That one you brought in is the first one to be knocked over.
From what I saw of Mr. Carson in action, I'd say he'd be very discouraging to the outlaws if he was working for the express company.
See, that's a good idea. How about it?
No, thanks. I don't like tying myself down to any one job. My feet get itchy.
You're not afraid to take the job, are you?
No, miss, I don't think so. But you know, making a business chasing outlaws is the best way I know of to keep from growing old.
I'd be glad to have you take the job. Of course, it's your own business, whether you do or not. But I'm still in your debt for what you've already done. Hello, Steve. We didn't do so good.
You're telling me? If you brought that girl in, we'd had Bowen over a barrel and he'd have to sell out.
Well, we done the best we could.
Maybe so, but that wasn't anything to brag about. Carson made the remark that you boys didn't relish gunsmoke. It looks like I've got to find someone to show you daffodils how to put up a fight. Just heard of someone in jail over at Cherokee who'd fill the bill.
Yeah? Friend of yours?
No, I don't know him except by reputation. His name is Matt Brawley. He's a plenty tough killer.
Well, if he's so tough, how come they've got him in jail?
Some woman double-crossed him for the reward. Filled him full of liquor and then turned him over to the sheriff. He got away with a lot of money and a couple of bank holdups. Never did find the money. Hey, maybe I've got something. If we got him out of jail, he could be a lot of help to us. If we're smart, find out where he hid that money.
I suppose we just mosey over to Cherokee and ask the sheriff real polite to let him out of jail.
I don't care how you do it. Get him out, that's all.
Sheriff, I've come to the conclusion that I'm just wasting my life here in Cherokee.
Then why don't you join the circus?
No, I'm talking serious. I ought to go someplace where I can spread out and do big things and become important.
Yeah? Well, in the meantime, you keep your eye on things around here while I'm gone. I've got an important prisoner in there.
You ain't got nothing to worry about as long as I'm on the job. Who ever heard of an important prisoner?
We'll walk right into that sheriff's office, take them a surprise, and be out of town before they get organized.
We hope.
Hey, Sheriff, come in here.
What do you want?
Where's the sheriff?
We stepped out for a while. Just make yourself to home if you feel like waiting.
Very funny. Hey, I've been doing a lot of thinking. Looks like I'll never have a chance to use that money from the bank holder.
Don't take much thinking, I know that.
That's what I mean. I never expected to get out of here. Well, if I knew anybody I could trust to dig up that money and give it back to the people I took it from, I'd feel a lot easier.
Say, do you really mean that?
Sure I do. Say, you're just the man to do it for me.
Well, you can trust me with anything.
I believe I can. Let me shake the hands of an honest man.
Yeah.
Fuzzy!
I'm in here, Sheriff.
What are you doing in there? Where's Matt Brawley?
He bamboozled me and got away. If you let me out of here, I'll help you catch it.
You ossified idiot. After all of the trouble I had landing Matt Brawley, you let him get away. You'll stay right in there till I catch him again if it takes 20 years. You haven't got enough brains to fill a thimble. And if I think of anything more, I'll come back and tell you about it.
Come on, Matt, you're taken out of here.
Well, look, fellas, I don't know.
We got no time to argue.
Hurry, I took you.
Don't worry about him. He'll be out for an hour.
Well, much obliged, boys.
Hey, come here. You're going with us. Get on that horse. That sheriff at Cherokee can't bother us now. We crossed the state line.
Yeah, we didn't hit nothing but the high spots. Well, now, if you boys got anything to do, go right ahead and do it. Don't let me stop you.
We figured on you joining up with us. We can cut you in on a position that'll make you plenty, and we need a gunfighter like you.
I heard that Matt Brawley was 100-proof foreign brimstone, but you don't look so tough to me.
Well, looks have got nothing to do with it. Listen, Matt Brawley's got plenty of killings to his credit. For my money, he don't have to look beautiful.
Yeah, to good at lack of beauty ain't no handicap.
It would be kind of funny if I wasn't Matt Brawley, wouldn't it?
It wouldn't be funny to you. We took a long chance in springing you out of the calaboose.
I was just supposing.
Well, I suppose we keep traveling, but you won't make any mistake if you string along with us.
Don't pick up the payroll, Hank. Wait a minute. Hello, Carson.
Howdy.
Sure you won't change your mind about riding guard?
No, thanks. I'm a quiet and peaceable man. Fighting outlaws is not my dish.
All right, Hank, start rolling.
Get up.
You know, it's funny the outlaws are riding you so hard, and from all I hear, no one else is being bothered very much.
They haven't time for anyone else. They're too busy wrecking my business.
That's what makes it so funny. Seems like a personal grudge.
Well, I haven't an enemy in the world that I know about.
Well, maybe there are a few that you don't know about. Hello, Jed. Looks like you're headed for more trouble.
What do you mean?
Well, I just heard Matt Brawley escaped from jail over at Cherokee and is headed this way. He's poisoned. He could give a rattlesnake the first bite and still win.
Why shake hands with Matt Brawley? Guess you've all heard of him. We're mighty glad to have him join up with us.
Hello, Fuzzy. You're trying to straight off your home range, haven't you?
Hey, what does he mean, fuzzy?
I don't know. You made a mistake, mister. I don't know you.
Don't know me. You gone loco, Fuzzy?
Are you hunting for trouble? When I say you made a mistake, that's what I mean, and don't give me no argument. I might think you was calling me a liar.
I'm sorry to have bothered you, mister. I mistook you for a scatterbrained maverick named Fuzzy Jones. Hasn't got sense enough to come in out of the rain. Generally up to his ears in a mess of trouble. Excuse me.
Vic wanted to give him a whirl, so don't spoil his fun.
All right, cut it out. Don't come around here hunting for trouble. I won't stand for that. I never hunt for trouble. I'm a quiet and peaceable man. Yeah, so I've noticed.
Steve, shake hands with Matt Brawley.
Are you Matt Brawley?
That's what the man said.
Well, spread out and make yourself at home. I don't think anybody around here will be stepping on your toes. They hadn't better.
Kirby's a good man to have for a friend.
I got a friend here that I can always count on. Holy
Well, I never saw that beat for high-class gunslinging.
smoke. You ain't seen nothing yet. Maybe someday I'll show you some first-class gun slinging.
I'd like to see that, if you use Carson for a target.
Hey, bartender, fill up some of your first-class bourbon here. Lay it out there where I can get at it. Come on, boys, step right on up here. Come on, get in here.
Coming up.
What's the matter? Are you worried about something?
No, not worried, just puzzled. You know, I've just seen a rabbit acting like a wildcat. I can't figure out why.
Maybe that's his idea of having a good time.
Could be.
We have a cozy little nest where we operate from. We'll take you up there this afternoon.
I ain't clear set in my mind whether I want to join up with any outfit or not. I generally work alone.
Oh, now listen. We broke our necks to be friendly to you. You'd hurt our feelings if you didn't join up with us.
Yeah, we never did like to have our feelings hurt.
Well, I'll think it over.
Well, here's how.
I know how.
Bert, you and Sam unsaddle the horses and put them in the shed. How's this? Private hotel all to ourselves. Not bad, huh?
You're flying pretty high.
Come on upstairs. Sit down, Matt. Hey, Matt. Sit down.
Oh, yeah. Sit down.
Now, you stick with us and you wear diamonds. We're after big stuff, and the way the boss has it planned, we can't miss.
Oh, where is the boss? I always do business with a head man.
Not with him, you don't. He's big hearted and keeps out of sight, so we can get all the glory.
That double-crossing female that turned you over to sheriff didn't get the money from all them bank jobs, did she?
Well, what do you think? Do I look like a half-wit? Don't you answer that.
I'll bet you were smart enough to have it planted out of harm's way. Now, naturally, you'll want to go dig it up. Now that we're partners, you can count on us to go along with you in case you get in any trouble.
I don't see where there's any hurry about that.
Of course there is. You can't enjoy money unless it's in your pocket. Besides, you're taking the chance that some dishonest person might come along and find it. Bell can't ring by itself.
Hey, have you been bothered much with ghosts lately?
Oh, there ain't any ghosts around here.
Well, the family could have moved in, and if they did, I sure don't want to crowd them.
Hey, look at this. A plague rat could have knocked that over.
Well, that could have been it. This place is swarming with rats, but we better take a look around anyhow.
Billy, am I glad to see you?
Talk fast. What's going on?
Well, they think I'm Matt Brawley, a rootin' tootin' desperado. They got me cut in on a big proposition, and they won't take no for an answer.
What are they cooking up for?
That I don't know yet.
You're in a good spot to learn all the answers.
Yeah, and I'm a good spot to get my head shot off, too.
What's the difference? You never use it for anything.
Well, I gotta have someplace to put my hat.
Hey, I thought I heard you talking to someone.
Well, I got a habit of talking to myself sometimes.
You better watch out, mister. They say that's the first sign of going loco.
Hey, you and Vic have been doing a lot of talking. You ain't said nothing.
What are you driving at?
Now, let's get down to cases. What is this proposition of yours that's going to pay off so big?
We're all set to skim the cream off this country, and we're starting by taking over the express company.
Express company? How you...
Come on upstairs, and I'll tell you all about it. Comes on your feet as a day old calf.
Yeah, when a man trips, he falls down. That can happen to anybody. Who'd you tangle with?
Carson, and I'd like to know why he's hanging around here. We got to get rid of him right away. That'll be a good job for you.
Who, me?
Why, sure. If what I hear about you is true, you're an ace gunslinger.
But I ain't mad at him.
What's that got to do with it? He may come snooping around here and cause us some trouble, but he won't if he's planted. Now, that's all.
Hello, Miss Bowen.
Why, hello, Mr. Kirby.